I always adopt a family. It's one of my biggest things. I always have to do it every single year. And a couple years ago, it was the saddest realization I ever had in my life. We're going to get like a little sad here. Next to, there's a YMCA in the town that I work in. And I didn't realize YMCA's also had shelters.
Yeah.
And I had no idea. I went in there because that's where I adopted a family. I got I always adopt for like the very tiny babies because kids, when you look at some of their lists and you're like, bitch, you're fucking 10, you want an iPhone? I didn't have that shit. I always go for like the tiny kids where they're like, we need clothes and diapers. And I was like, if they're asking for clothes and diapers, they actually do need that. I always have a budget put aside for this. And I'll go and I'll get as much as I can. And I actually had to go deliver it to the people. Holy fuck, is that an eye-opening? Where you go into the shelter and they barely open the door and there's little babies running around in just diapers and no shoes and stuff like that. I sat in my car for probably at least an hour just crying, feeling so guilty about my life, taking things for advantage. Like, this is the shit that I will...
Taking things for granted. You said taking things for advantage. That makes you sound really... That makes you like you're taking advantage of things. I'm like, well, Crystal, do that one again.
For granted, whatever. So... it was just like one of those things where you're just like, holy shit. And you're like, so then you think of it as an adult. You're like, where is Santa giving for these kids?
I think that was like one of the earliest things. Like I thought about it. I'm like, wait, there's people like,
that don't
why
get
does Santa help them out?
Because like, think about like when you like go to school, there was obviously people who didn't have as much money.
You know what also really gave it away? I'm like, why would Santa put barcodes and like copyright and trademark on it? Like, I don't understand. I don't think the elves are making those.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was a really nice story you told. And the holidays are all about giving and charity. And we should all be giving during the holiday season. If you don't have money, there's other ways you can give. Like subscribing to my channel. You could do that. You can follow on Twitter and Instagram.
Like such a nice story, and it was definitely sad.
And I do, and I hope...
expecting anything
I hope...
nothing
I hope my Christmas wish is for you to get so fucking humbled.
I'll be fine.
That's a miracle. That's a Scrooge thing needing to happen. We need the fucking ghost of Christmas, past, present, and future to help his ass.
We need to do a skit, but you don't learn anything.
He doesn't learn anything.
That's what we should do. That's what we should do.
I'm with Scrooge. Aren't there prisons you can put these homeless people in? That was one thing that Scrooge said.
I wasn't even saying homeless. This is a shelter for like battered women or.
I was just thinking of like
and the pandemic.
No, I was thinking that scene.
What's wrong with you?
There was that scene in Christmas. I was trying to be like Scrooge in Christmas Carol, where they're like, "Yes, it's for the shelters." He's like, "Are there no?"
What's up?